It has been consistently active since October 17, 2020, and covers Jabodetabek as well as Jogja. The community includes 20 active members and have distributed more than 15,000 breakfast boxes to those in need. How does the Berbagi Sarapan community carries out their daily aid program? And what obstacles do they face? Stay tuned to find out more only on the C Morning Show.
Ya, lanjutin udah.
But we are back here on the C Morning Show. You do know that, Kai, the word breakfast actually defines it all.
Yeah.
When you're sleeping at night, you're digested all the food from the night before. Basically, the first meal that you have in the morning is when you break your fast or when you finally eat your first meal. And a lot of people consider it to be the most important meal of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not usually one for breakfast, but sometimes it hits me, especially during weekends when you see, your favorite food stalls. But I have already eaten breakfast just now, actually.
Right.
So as we can see from the video, there is a breakfast sharing program called Berbagi Sarapan, which literally translates to sharing breakfast. It is a community managed and maintained by volunteers. They share and provide breakfast for those who need it.
And as
So
you can-
let's check this out.
As we saw before, this is all prepared. It's not just, going out to a food outlet and buying a bunch of breakfast and giving it away. They've actually
Prepared
cooked, prepared, packaged it all uniformly in exact same packages and giving it away. Having 100 free meals per day, that's 100 people that did not have their breakfast or not even,
We're not capable of having breakfast.
Exactly, cannot afford it. And we do know a lot of people do a lot of hard labor in this country, and especially those that have to work all day long and in the outdoor heat perhaps, could definitely use a quick pick-me-up like this in the morning.
Did you just see that smile on her face? I know he's supposed to be wearing a mask, but at least I got to see that smile after receiving breakfast.
Right. All right, so let us go right now to the co-founder of Berbagi Sarapan, Chanda Adwitio. Good morning, Chanda.
Sedang sarapan, Pak. Ini nggak dikasih penumpangnya. Oh, hi. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi! Oh, he's there in the blue shirt.
Oh, there you are.
There
Okay,
you
you're the
are.
ones. You're right hands on there, giving away
I'm here.
your breakfast. How are you? Thank you for joining us on the C Morning Show.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Kai.
Hi!
So we want to
Yes,
talk to
thank
you.
you. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too. First of all, I want to take a few minutes of your time. I know you're busy handing out breakfast, but I want to ask a little bit about Berbagi Sarapan. Where did this idea come about? When did you start doing it? And what is the purpose?
Okay, it's quite a long question, Paul. So thank you for the question. Okay, so basically we start this on October last year. In the middle of October. Basically, we already have it in mind that I think we need to do something because this pandemic is nobody knows when this will finish. And then what can we do as a youngsters? What kind of movement we can do? So we decided to, why don't we just sharing the breakfast, what we call as Berbagi Sarapan? Because I believe that breakfast is the most important sections during the meals, So I believe all of the people in Indonesia, maybe in the world, they always have their favorite for breakfast. So this is for the one who maybe cannot afford to buy the breakfast. So that's why we try to share this kind of breakfast.
That is wonderful.
That is wonderful. I just saw that smile on that person's face. Wow. Recently after you just gave them a small box of, your prepared breakfast. You prepare them every morning. So do you distribute breakfast every morning? And what time do you start preparing? And is it always in the same spot or do you choose different spots as well?
Okay, so basically we are located in Jakarta and Yogyakarta. And then we do it like one day Jakarta, one day Jogja, and one day Jakarta and more, like that. And then every day we already put the different kind of meals. So like today we have like crackers.
Let's see the menu.
Fried chicken, rice, and vegetables. Okay, so this is the menu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah, and then
wonderful.
we already made the schedules along the month. So where are we going to share? What kind of food we will share? And then where the food came, because the food came from the people who, maybe not people, warung or small restaurant. They are impact by the pandemic. So we're trying to, okay, I buy for you 100 and then I will share to another people.
Oh,
like
I
that.
see. Okay, so it's not just you're supporting people in need of a meal, but you're actually stimulating the income by supporting the small businesses in the area as well. That's actually a very good idea.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, now how do you select who gets these meals? You mentioned before that you announce beforehand where you will be. So is anyone eligible to just come by and help themselves, or how does it work?
Okay, so in Jakarta, you see Jakarta is a big city, so I believe you'll find the rich man and the poor one, which is over in this area, especially now we are at located near with Grogol Roxy or Jalan Ketapang here. We can see many of them are like driver of bajai, sometimes Gojek, and then maybe the scavengers when they just live inside the box and they bring it everywhere. And then for the beggars, for anyone who needs. So I think we are open for anyone. Open for anyone.
So I see you make memorable stories every day, but every day you go out there and distribute breakfast. But do you have one particular story, or perhaps when you just started, that made you feel so fulfilled by doing this with some volunteers and perhaps your friends as well?
Yeah. So the story is so many stories that we can share. I can share to you, but maybe just some of the little one. At the first time I ever saw a man walking on the street, and then because basically we just going with the motorcycle, and then we just stop by and then stop by and give, yeah, and then sometimes we stop like this. We can see many people like they just walking slowly and then they holding the stomach. Sometimes it's really like, oh my God, what happened with him? So sometimes if I have a time, I will ask them, how are you? What do you feel today? So I hope this breakfast will make your day, like that. So the big smile is really one of the greatest things that we can have it here in Berbagi Sarapan.
Yeah, there's something about giving someone food where it's different than giving somebody, let's say, a dollar or two, because when you give somebody food, it's almost like you care about their health and their well-being and whether they've had any nutrition for the day or not. I'm just curious as well in regards to your program, how sustainable is it in the sense that do you get donors to help as well? Do you take donations in case people do want to help contribute to your cause?
Okay, so at the first time, maybe at the first month, we do this from our own money, from our own. We are the donors. We are the donors. We're doing this, and then after we put in the social media, because our social media is like Berbagi Sarapan official in Instagram, and then we also have website in berbagisarapan.com. It made many donors come to us, and then if you see 4 of them behind me, one of them is the donors.
Oh.
So not only us, but now we are supported by the donors.
That is amazing.
No, but I would love to see. I was just going to ask how many volunteers you have wanting to come down, because I've always wanted to do something like this. And you know, the fasting month is coming, so you know how a lot of us tend to give away sahur during the fasting month as well. So this is a lot of community outreach. Do you get a lot of, when it comes to volunteers, do you get a lot of volunteers wanting to help you, or are you just your team who really administer this Berbagi Sarapan program, or do you also get a lot of people who sign up who want to help you distribute the breakfast as well?
Now, we have plenty of volunteer, and then we make the schedule for them, and then maybe like I told you earlier, that usually we ride our motorcycle and then motorbike, and then we going anywhere. But sometimes if we have many boxes that we have to share, then we will invite another volunteer, and even sometimes the donors, if you want to join with us during the time like this, I think we're really open for that, because anyone have to feel this experience when you give to someone and then they will give you a big smile, then it's worth of 1,000 miles.
It's giving us big smiles just to see you
Yes.
giving all these food away. You can already see how everyone's happy every time you're giving them a box. You mentioned in Jakarta and Yogyakarta, you're doing it day by day, one day per city. Any thoughts of perhaps one day expanding to other cities around Indonesia as well?
Sure. We really, this is like we're trying to inspire many people. So I think if we can do this in another city as well, besides Jakarta and Jogja, I think this is the great movement for anyone in Indonesia.
But so you started in Jakarta. How did Yogyakarta first happen? Did you have a set of friends in Yogyakarta who were interested to do the same? Or, because I'm curious, because Paul asked about expanding, what would it take for you to agree to expand to different cities? Is it just more volunteers in that cities who contact you and we would love to start Berbagi Sarapan as well? Because this is very interesting. This is a movement that could possibly be sustainable in a lot of different provinces here in Indonesia as well, especially those more in need.
Yeah. So Kai, we started in Jakarta, and then now Berbagi Sarapan activity. This movement is under the foundation named Visi Mahakarya, and then Visi Mahakarya also had a branch in Yogyakarta. So that's why we expanding our program over there, helped by the Visi Mahakarya Foundation. So that's why if someone have an idea to make the same thing like this, I think we're really open. We're really open to collaborate together.
All right, so please let us know in regards to following your social media, all the different socials that you have, if you could announce them so our viewers can have an idea on how to follow you guys and look for information regarding this program.
Surely, I'd love to. And then if you guys wants to join with us and following us, just or wants to share also another things for us, you can follow our Instagram Berbagi Sarapan Official, and then if you can also going to our website berbagisarapan.com, and I hope you can find many our story over there, and then you can find our number over there if you want to contact us. So please, we're really open for that.
Chanda, thank you so much for your time. You're doing amazing work out there, and we hope that you stay safe, and that thank all your volunteers that are working hard for you as well at this time.
Thank you for making so many smiles early in the morning. Such a great effort. It's so good to see. Thank you, Chanda, so much for your time.
Talk to you again soon. Take care. So again, you see people doing thankless work all the time.
Yes.
And this is just an example, something that you might even be passing in the morning. You wouldn't know what's going on. You see some guys in yellow vests. Obviously because they're standing on the road, so for safety,
they're wearing
they need
yellow.
to be wearing those yellow vests. But as well, how high quality everything is. The fact that he's able to not let food go to waste. Let's say food that have already been cooked by a local business, using that one for today's menu, and then being able to box them all in their proper Berbagi Sarapan boxes, having uniformed people giving out, gives also a sense of confidence to those receiving it, knowing that, hey, this is legit. It's not just somebody just randomly handing out different types of food boxes. This is all it's a proper program, and we hope it continues to grow and flourish.
Well, I hope so. I mean, the best part about watching this particular feature just now was because you see instantly how people react to receiving the food, because here in Indonesia, the ones that cannot afford it, they may not even have a whole meal during a whole day. So imagine if you can receive a whole meal in the morning that could last for them for the entire day, and that's such a big impact on somebody's life, especially to those less fortunate.
Yeah, some people skip breakfast by choice. Let's say we have to work or we just don't want to eat. We're going to eat later for lunch. Some people skip it because they have to.
Yes.
They have to choose what meal they want to eat, and it's nice that they get one for free.
Yes. And, we hope to see more of these initiatives around Indonesia.
Definitely.
And we'll definitely share more positive stories with you, keep you updated as well. Next, we'll talk with the founder of an app designed to help detect crop effects by diseases. So don't go anywhere.